everybody, Mike Johnson here in PWInsiderTV, and we are here with one of the most spectacular tag teams on the independent scene right now. Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks, the pride of, Rancho Cucamonga, California. You guys had an interesting couple of years. You were in TNA, you chose to leave. You went to Ring of Honor, and you didn't stay.
Right.
Somebody out there is going to say, what's wrong with these guys? They're on national TV, they're young, and they choose not to stay there. So explain, to the critics out there, why two younger guys like yourself who have those opportunities decide to say, we're going to let them go by the wayside and make our way on the independent scene, which really is in a lot of ways the road less traveled and the harder road. So why choose that and why make those choices? Because there's indie guys out there going, those stupid jerks, if only I was there.
I think a lot of it was timing at the time. Like we just, we felt like it wasn't right. It wasn't working out. We wanted to make hungry. We wanted to make money because we were hungry. And at the time we were just like, it's not happening right now.
It's not that we choose to leave. I think it happens for a reason. Like, I would like to stay where we are. Like, we would like to stay put for once, but like sometimes we're being forced out, kind of. Yeah. Like with TNA, it seemed like that. ROH for sure was like that. They're bleeding money, so pretty much there's no choice to stay there.
Yeah, I agree. Like we kind of just want to find a home. Like we like jump from place to place, which is fine because we're always fresh. It's like we're always going to new places, and we have like, it's the Bucks, we're in a fresh match. It's fine, and it works that way. That's the best way for us at times.
But it's pretty stressful at times.
Yeah, we'd like to find a home though.
We gotta hustle a lot. We gotta find bookings.
We're world traveling hustlers, is what we are. So it'd be nice to just get a steady paycheck.
Now you guys, you talk about hustling. You guys obviously work a lot for Pro Wrestling Guerrilla in California, but they only run so many dates a year. Is it harder for you guys being West Coast guys in California to find more indie bookings?
Yeah, that's part of the whole deal that was wrong with the Ring of Honor thing. It was it's an expensive flight, and it's tough. And it's not just Ring of Honor; it's every company. We're going to cost a little bit more money to bring us in, and we're two guys. It's not just one plane ticket; it's two planes.
But I always tell Matt, you get what you paid for.
We're going to go out there and work our butts off, And we're not going to say we're going to outwork everyone on the show, but we're going to try our best to. We're going to always try to have the best match. Yeah. So you're going to pay a little bit more to get us, but we're going to go out there and we're not going to just mail in. Any show we're on, we're going to kill ourselves. Yeah. And that's just what we do because that's our brand. We're the Young Bucks, and that's our style. We just throw it all in the air and try to do the best we can do every night. So
now you guys are still fairly young, but as you get older, do you worry about you're going to need to tone down that style?
We already have.
If you look at our stuff maybe 5 years ago, it's a lot downplayed now.
We just know where to put things, and when to do things.
Like 5 years ago, we would do stuff for no reason, just throw it in there because we felt, hey, let's do a flip. Right. Now it's like we calculate everything.
We calculate every risk. We try to do minimal stuff. We know our act. We know it's like we give them our greatest hits. Like we know what people like to see from us. And we do it, and we've done it so many times now. Like I don't want to say, it's safe. It's never safe when you get out there. Like you can get hurt doing anything. Yeah. I can get hurt walking, down the ramp. But I think it's more calculated now. We've been doing this for quite a bit. It's been 10 years almost now, which is hard to believe. But we kind of know what we do now. And like he said, 5 years ago, it's kind of like we were just like throwing crap against the wall and seeing what would stick.
I hate the term spot monkeys.
I was actually just going to bring that up. I think you're going to answer my next question.
Yeah, but 5 years ago we were spot monkeys. I'll admit it. But now we do stuff for a reason. And
I still don't know how we even get that criticism. It's funny because if anybody watches our matches, it's really like we're out there, we're working. Like everyone thinks a spot monkey zone and goes from spot to spot, and I don't think that's us anymore.
This is breaking kayfabe, but we do not prep anything,
a lot of stuff
until the hot tag.
Right.
We call.
So that's really old school. Then you're calling it
a lot of it has become audible for us.
But we know each other so well that we just tell the guy we're in the ring with, hey, we're going to do this, shoot him off the rope, we do it.
We literally look at each other, and it's funny because you hear this in wrestlers' books, and you're like, are they really? This is legit. I'll look at him, and he knows what I'm thinking, and it kind of blows me away.
None of it's ever called, and for people to still use that term, like towards us, I think, man, they have no clue.
I think that's the one criticism I get, like, it upsets me.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people, well, you guys are the Hardys and blah, blah, blah. Like, that stuff doesn't bother me, like, whatever. But when someone still calls me a spot bug, I'm like, really? Have you seen any of our recent work? Like, I don't like to think of us as spot wrestlers anymore. I like to think that we've gotten a lot more old school. And of course we do the stuff that's gotten us to the dance, but we try to mix it up, you know, and tell a story in every match we're in.
Exactly.
I'm really proud of our body of work actually since we left TNA.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that it's been a year and a half, 2 years. It's been our best work.
We've smartened up a lot.
I'm really proud of our recent stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's gotten a lot better. So if we ever go back, I think it'd be different.
Definitely.
Are you disappointed that they haven't called you to come back yet, or have they called you to come back? Because sometimes they bring that, like they just did the X Division pay-per-view.
Right.
Now they're doing all these themes.
We've been in talks with them, and it hasn't worked out because we've been booked other places. They've reached out to us. We've reached out to them. Yeah. There's interest on both sides. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we return in 2013. To be honest, I don't know if like on a full-time basis or anything, but it's the door is definitely open, and it looks. If we're gonna go anywhere, that fits best with our lifestyle. I think
I can't move.
We're family men, and we like where we live. And
I'll never be in WWE. I just can't do the travel they do. Yeah. It's too crazy. Like I have so much respect for those WWE guys.
I don't know how they do it.
Guys. Like, how do you leave your families every week, every day? It's like I need to be home for my sanity. So much respect for those guys.
But yeah, I mean, we've been in talks with every promotion besides WWE since the whole thing from last year. But I mean, we've talked to everybody, and everybody's got a little bit of interest in using us. It just hasn't really worked out. I'd love to just give away all the details, and I don't think I'd be doing the right thing. But
we wait for another episode to do that. Well, let's talk about the WWE thing, because that really got blown out of proportion.
Sure.
The Booker T thing and the Rob Van Dam thing.
100%.
So, talk us through your memories of what happened and then your reaction when those comments are made online, because, they talk about, the no handshakes and things.
Right.
I'll say this right now, I've been in a million locker rooms. I've never seen you guys ever purposely disrespect anybody, and I've never heard anyone say to me, Nick and Matt Jackson, those guys are SOBs or whatever. And I hear a lot of people say a lot of negative things about guys, privately and also on the record. I never hear anything, and then I hear this, and I'm like, really?
Yeah, it was a shocker for me, because the Monday and Tuesday was a great experience for us.
Awesome.
We had a great time. The atmosphere was awesome. A lot of guys knew who we were, which was flattering. We were blown away. We're like, this is really cool.
We were pretty sure we were going to get signed.
We were talking to everybody, and the word around the locker room was, guys, they're going to offer you something.
They're very interesting.
They kept pulling us into the green room, and we were just, it was cool. It was like we were talking thing. We had a couple tryouts, and they were really happy with the tryouts. We were really proud of the tryout matches. We got to wrestle the Uso brothers, which was really good. Those guys are amazing.
Awesome.
Then we got to hand choose our opponents for our first one. It was Big Joey and Joey Ryan and Sky. We pretty much did whatever. Like if you watch a match like tonight, in New York, it'll be the same match we did in WWE in front of all the agents. We just didn't care. We're like, let's just do our stuff. We went out there, we hit more bang for your buck, all this stuff. I think we kind of maybe that was the thing that killed us.
Doing too much?
Well, not necessarily doing too much, but we caused such a wave. I think there was a target on our backs after that.
But it was caused by that.
And maybe someone was out to get us.
For sure. Booker T was out to get us then. For sure. It's only obvious.
I don't know how the whole thing started. I think, obviously it started with maybe Rob saying something on an interview. And honestly, I have no beef with Rob. Maybe, he just loosely said it, and he didn't realize it was going to become such a big thing.
I think so.
And now Booker, if anybody, I think he's the guy to kind of blame, because he kind of ran with this thing and went out of his way to kind of bury us.
And he's close to Rob, so it might have been he was backing up his boy.
That was the connection, right?
And I understand that. We talk about that. We're like, well, listen, if there's a guy in the locker room that, that was rubbing one of our friends the wrong way, and our friend came up to us and said, we would be like, hey man, who's this guy think he is? I can see his point. I see both sides now looking back.
We see his point, but still, don't blackball someone's career for something so stupid.
And we don't even know. I mean, we don't even know if that's necessarily true. But the talks of it was, these guys are going to get a job offer at least, and we didn't even think we were going to take the offer. We were kind of going to create a little bit of buzz and just see.
And it worked, because as soon as you guys walked in, my phone went nuts.
Right, and we just wanted to entertain the idea, and it just feels good to be wanted. Hey, maybe they'd offer us something. Who knows? But we had already talked to Ring of Honor. We had a job on the table. We were going to take it. Yeah. But that's what people don't realize. People think that we've just
We had a
We
contract.
blew it, you know what I mean? But no, we already had a job.
We already had a contract waiting in our mailbox.
I think honestly it was wrong place, wrong time. Maybe it was too soon to go to the WWE right after TNA, and things were still kind of sour with Van Dam.
Right.
Maybe we should have waited a little bit, but you know, I mean, you can't. Whatever happens for a reason. We made money off the whole thing.
Have you guys ever spoken to Van Dam or Booker about it after the fact?
Yeah, and I'd like to. I'd love to. I'd love to. Particularly Rob, just to say, hey man, what was up? Because like we always thought we were cool, you know, and I haven't seen him since. And I'm sure we'll see him again because we'll be back at TNA, and we'll talk to him. And I don't have any beef with him, you know. And I mean, maybe one day we'll talk to Booker and straighten the whole thing out. But right now, it doesn't look very like.
You guys can all do an 8-man tag.
Yeah. Hey, I'm down for anything. I don't care as long as the paycheck's there.
Yeah. Right. Let's talk a little bit about Pro Wrestling Guerrilla in California, because that really is where you guys cut your teeth. You know, talk about what it's like working in that building in Reseda and why that company is so special and stands out during a time where there's a lot of indie companies all putting out a lot of great content.
Nothing stands out really anymore besides PWG.
We were talking about this.
I think it's because they run once every 6 weeks. They're not putting it down people's throats.
They don't have contracts, and they don't worry about what other people are
They
doing.
book whoever they want. And one thing Super Dragon lets us do is he puts the card on the backstage and just says, do whatever you guys want. Still a show, do whatever you want.
The main event, and we're often in the main event, the time given for the match will say, whatever is needed.
Yeah.
And I love that, because it's like, okay, well, you know, whatever. Let's have a party today.
There's no restrictions there. That's what's awesome.
Yeah.
It's like, be yourself.
And sometimes that can be bad, though, but for some reason, in that building, it works.
But
the people,
but the people he books on the shows, it's only going to be good.
Yeah.
Because the people he books are just, they're all the elite top indie wrestlers, and you know it's going to be a crazy show with all of them if you tell them to do whatever you want.
The reason it's so good is because they don't worry about what other people are doing. They just worry about PWG.
Yeah.
And they've captured lightning in a bottle, and they haven't messed with it. They know it works, and they've ran with it, you know. And I'm good on them, you know. It's one of the only places with any buzz right now, and they're doing something right. I love working there. It's my favorite place to work.
It's weird. Me and Matt talk about this a lot. It's when we talk to the fans, they're not like your ordinary smart mark fans. They don't even know what outside of PWG what wrestling is. They just think PWG is PWG. It's like it's its own fight club.
It's like a punk rock concert with celebrities and hipsters and
like some of the fans come up to us and they're like, hey, do you guys only wrestle here, right? And we're like, what? No, we travel all over the place.
What we do for a living.
And they're like, what? They're flabbergasted. They're, what was that?
Stone Cold ET just walked in. I think he got my brother on the card.
All right. Well, I think, as you can hear, the music's playing. So before we get hit with a copyright claim, gentlemen, we thank you for your time, and we will talk to you very soon here on PWInsiderTV. Plug your Twitter and all that other good stuff.
Matt Jackson 13
and Nick Jackson YB.
Check us out. Oh, and then go to our website and buy a t-shirt perhaps. TheYoungBucks.net. Thanks, guys.
There you go. All right, gentlemen. Until next time, we thank you for your time.
Thank you.